Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here for the Red Sox Racing Series. Sorry, a little bit of delay on my end. I'm having trouble with some lag issues apparently because my computer's being stupid tonight. Joining with me in the booth, Todd Chase Jr. Todd, welcome to Imola, whatever you want to call it, man. It's going to be a fun race. I'm actually very pumped and excited for tonight. Paul Gibson back in LMP2 tonight because of reasons, I guess, but it should be fun, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. This is the first race I'm going to be able to see here, so pretty pumped up.
Yeah, and I think, what was it I said earlier? 16 turns in this 3.05 mile track. We do got a race breakdown we're going to get to y'all here in just a few moments. Tonight's race, tell you what's interesting about this is I was sitting here looking at some of the drivers that is here and who's not here. You know who we're missing? It's a big name, too.
Yeah, I can tell.
It is David Shutt.
Yep.
Who is only 2 points behind. Now, granted, David is allowed to miss a race. So he is allowed to miss a race for a makeup. We'll see. But anyway, we'll get into that here in just a minute. Make sure y'all guys like, subscribe, follow Facebook, like, comment, stuff. We got our media thing about to play right now. Thanks, James Prostel Jr., for the awesome things. Also, Colin Weatherholt, who provided the background footage for around the track. You guys enjoy. Here's your track preview for tonight's race. Take it away.
Round 11 of the Red Sox Racing League Spring Series brings us to Imola, Italy. Welcome to Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari, commonly known as Imola, is named for the founder of Ferrari and his son Dino, who died in 1956. Located 50 miles east of the Ferrari factory in Maranello, Imola is considered Ferrari's home circuit and has hosted the Italian Grand Prix and, more often, the San Marino Grand Prix, as well as numerous top-flight sports car, motorcycle, and even bicycling events. Imola has been the scene of triumph, tragedy, and controversy. It was here that Didier Pironi disregarded team orders and passed Gilles Villeneuve in the closing laps of the 1982 San Marino Grand Prix. And, of course, Imola will forever be remembered for the weekend of the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix, in which Roland Ratzenberger and triple world champion Ayrton Senna lost their lives. But Imola has also been the stage of some of Formula One's greatest moments, including Patrick Tambay's emotional victory following Villeneuve's death, and when a young Fernando Alonso stamped himself as a future world champion by defeating Michael Schumacher to win the 2005 San Marino Grand Prix. But that was then, and this is now. Stay tuned and find out who will write their own victorious Italian chapter, as Adam Chapman and the Trackside Racing Network are set to provide flag-to-flag coverage of the Red Sox Racing League's 22 laps of Imola.
There you go. Thank you, Paul, or thank you, James, and thank you, Colin, as well. Very much looking forward to tonight's race alongside Todd Chase, my partner in crime here for the last couple of weeks, Todd Joe Chet's Lazy. We will be live next week from Detroit, which is Todd's home road track, I think would be safe to say. I know you're looking forward to going to Detroit. I know you've been looking forward to that for a while.
Very looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we'll see how that is. Todd's anxious to see what the LMP2s will do, at that track. So, anyway, we just sit here talking, Todd. What? So,
yeah.
We sit here talking about Paul Gibson. And without David Shutt being here, we're allowed to be controversial because it's a broadcast. But I do want to mention Mitch Heller not here as well for some odd reason. But I want to mention Paul Gibson. The reason why I want to mention, you're seeing him run right now. The reason why I want to talk about Paul Gibson real quick, normally he is running GTD, but his teammate Colin Weatherholt is the leader overall in points in LMP2. We're kind of on the fence that Gibson came over to run LMP2 to kind of help Weatherholt a little bit, just in case David Shutt did run tonight. Shutt's not here, so it's not going to matter anyway, but pretty interesting there. Pretty interested with Mitch Heller not being here tonight as well, because we know that a lot of people's going for the weekend. I know Todd's getting ready to go as well. Mitch Heller. Now, here's what's interesting to me. The point situation for the GTE is going to be a lot closer than we think now that Heller's not here. Because Terry Dahl, if he goes out and wins this race, that could make things pretty interesting for next week.
Yeah, very interesting.
I hear you. So, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either, but we're gonna see a really good race tonight, I think, and maybe we'll get to interview some new guys tonight.
Yeah, which would be fun. That'd be awesome. Looking forward to tonight's race. We was talking about it earlier about different types of racing that we've seen or different types of people being up front. Hopefully, we do get to see some different people up front. Who knows? But let's get ready to go. Grading has begun. I'm over here reading everything to make sure everything's working on my end because I'm an idiot sometimes. And I mess stuff up, Todd. You know how it is.
You an idiot? No.
Oh, I don't like you. Oh, gosh. No,
oh, man.
I don't know. I don't really know what to think about the race tonight. I think tonight's race 22 laps. I think is what I read. And we're seeing lap times fairly quick. This track pretty wide. I don't think we're going to have much of a problem with cars passing each other. There's quite a bit of room here. Now, there is certain areas of the track that, it's going to be tough to pass, of course. You don't want to pass there, but we'll wait and see how that all plays out. We did a race here last year, which was really interesting. So we'll see how this plays out. But the pace car is on track. Get ready to roll. By the way, this is our only broadcast the rest of this week, Memorial Day and stuff like that. A lot of people taking time away, and I get it. So no broadcast the rest of this week. After tonight, we will be back live on Wednesday. We was scheduled to go live on Tuesday, which we may wind up doing a special broadcast on Tuesday to cover Todd's recruitment race. But he's still looking for drivers for his league as well, which should be pretty interesting because we're going to get a ton of them here very soon. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
And here we go.
Not wait for that to start.
I'm actually looking forward to it too, to be honest with you. That or it's what are you racing? Xfinity, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there you go.
Yep, there's going to be a good mix between some 1.5 miles, short tracks, and even road courses.
Sweet.
So,
I look forward to it. All right, so we are rolling. Get ready to get this one underway. It is Paul Gibson up front, LMP2. Green flag set to come out as we get round 11 underway. Pace car is in. Green flag set to come. We wait. And we are ready to head into turn 1 here tonight. And green flag is out of there. We're racing live from Imola. So we head towards turn 1. We'll see how this plays out. Only 5 LMP2 cars here tonight, so not the biggest crowd we're going to have all season, but 17 cars total.
looks like a good clean start there for the LMP2s. Let's check back to the GTEs.
The GTEs set to get underway as well. There you go. In the turn 1, you see Terry Dahl leading the way. This is going to be the one to really watch tonight. You know, like these guys right here. It's something kind of anxious about seeing how this works out. And GTDs underway as well.
Everything looks so good. Looks good so far.
Yep.
Except for Chris Shieldsmith.
Chris Shieldsmith.
Doesn't look like he gritted up.
Actually, I thought we had another LMP2 car as well. I don't see gritted up. But, race right now going to be for, I don't really know where everybody kind of, well, we'll call it for third. Cameron Bidwell under attack from Mark Wilson.
And it looks like that battle has subsided for now.
Yeah, everything's working good on my end. Sorry, I had to make sure. John Kostuniak battling Matthew Gosh. This is for third place as well. It's good to see some different drivers in here, like we were saying, running a little. Oh, there's a moment. A little bit of contact made. Matthew getting in the back. Off the track he goes into the sand trap. The PG-13 Ferrari going to still roll the sand trap on the outside. Is definitely going to lose that fourth place. He's already dropped back to P6 in class. And now it looks like he does fall in line in P6, so a lot of dust kicking up for him. So we'll see how that plays out. Terry Dahl still leading the way in that Hamburg Brewing Company Ferrari right now, leading Chris Jimenez right behind him. Chris slowly been improving as well. Chris reminds me of a Mitch Heller from a couple years ago. Mitch slowly started getting better. Chris is one of them guys I expect to really come into his own. To see what he could do.
Right.
And there you see Terry still leading the way here. Nothing really going on, Todd. Everybody's, I'm going to be honest, spaced out a lot quicker than I thought they would.
Yeah, same here. It's kind of like, what do we really want to talk about, because everybody's so spaced out so fast, We
had somebody over in the chat on YouTube comment and say, this is Max's, said good luck 21, talking about Colin Weatherholt. I will say earlier today, we get commented, or our broadcast gets shared every week by PG-13 Racing. If you haven't checked out PG-13 Racing, go over and check them out on Facebook. I don't really know where they came up with the team name. I wonder if that's Paul Gibson's actually team. I mean, it makes sense, PG. I just don't know.
Right.
But go check them out on Facebook. They're a really good race team, especially for the road stuff. I'm sitting here looking at some of their stuff that they got. They got about 600 follows over there, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Seeing that they are running a PG-13 on May 29th is hosting a Indy 500 race. So that's pretty cool. You guys can check that out if you want. Watching the PG-13 guys of Gibson and Weatherholt right now working nose to tail. And on board with the driver of Weatherholt. Have you ever been in an LMP2 car, Todd?
No, I have not. I'm too scared to do it.
The amount... So, my personal opinion of the closest car that I could resemble this to, and it's kind of hard to do, is an Indy car. That's really what it reminds me of. It really does. The amount of downforce that these things have is ridiculous. I mean, it is. That wing, the rear wing and that big spoiler type thing in the middle creates a lot of downforce on these cars. It is wild how much grip you actually have in these. But I will say, very easy to wreck them. Like, especially on the road, because I love the Indy cars. I can't race them that good on road, though. Just because how quick they go. But they really remind me of an Indy car. Like, that is probably the closest thing that I can resemble it to. So if you've never driven or if you drove an Indy car, which you have, you get an idea at least. It's amazing, like, how quick these things can actually take a turn, like, as big and bulky as these cars actually are. Because, I mean, they're pretty bulky looking.
Yeah.
The amount of horsepower that they have, those are ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't imagine, one clip of, hitting the grass or something could just spin them so easily. Kind of like the Indy cars, And that's why I don't even attempt to try and jump in those, because I know I'm just going to wreck it, so.
Oh, Gibson, or Weatherholt got a little back end happy. I've seen that back end kick around a little bit. Still good to go. Terry Dahl still leading the way back here as you see him work through the corner. Yeah. Out of all these cars, like, I'm a big GTE lover. Like, I love the GTE cars. That's my favorite road car. But, man, the skill that it actually does take to drive the LMP2 it's up there. Like, I give guys credit that could drive it. And, I mean, all these guys in here could drive it. They have all season. But, I don't know. Paul Gibson set the fastest lap, by the way, 132.365. I also want to mention the Summer Series we will have information on soon. It's just a six race little sprint series that we will have information on soon. That will be just the GTD cars. Are you thinking about racing out?
I think so. I think I'm gonna try and get into that.
Kind of just threw you literally right in the fire of that, didn't I?
No, I think I said something last week maybe about jumping into there, and honestly I've been dragging my feet on trying to get in there, but it's just something that I gotta do. I just gotta say, hey. But I mean, it gives me road experience, you know, not only with running with these guys, but you know, overall.
See a pass right there. John Kishuniak, Matthew Gosh, side by side. Kishuniak holding on to that right now. Not for long. Kishuniak drops back. Matthew takes it away. Remember, we see Matthew drop through. By the way, got to give a shout out to Bill Paul Lucky. Congratulations to his son. You see his high school baseball, Wildcats baseball on the side. His son graduated high school this week, I believe. So the end of the baseball season for his son and stuff. So congratulations to him and his family. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. As a dad, like, you know, I can't kind of wait to see my kids graduate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only so I can kick them out of the house, but other reasons as well.
Oh boy.
Chris Shieldsmith on pit road, Todd. That's you said that he started for the pits, right? Like he didn't grid up in time. Actually, he's just now gridding in, I think.
Yeah. He hasn't even set a lap yet.
Actually, he may have just left, I think. That's tough.
Yep. It is tough.
Battles going on. Todd's got some plans for Memorial Day. We want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. We usually do a broadcast on Memorial Day. Usually something special, but we actually get this week off for it. We may do something Memorial Day. The thing is, I don't really like celebrating Memorial Day. I think we celebrate it for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not something normally that a lot of people celebrate. Like, I'm just going to be honest, especially the soldiers, you know, so. But we'll definitely have a broadcast for the next holiday, which is probably the 4th of July. We'll do something the day before or something like that for that.
Actually, I think, because our...
Oh, Rick.
Where?
Kishuniak in the 04 goes around into the sand trap, running right behind Matthew Gosh. Look like we'll lock up. And here's the replay of that as Todd, you can continue your conversation. Sorry.
What I was going to say was the tentative plan is for our Xfinity series to begin the Tuesday after 4th of July, and I believe that is the 6th.
So we'll have a July 4th edition of that.
Yep, I think we're getting ready to announce within that league that we're going to have some type of patriotic thing going on with paint schemes and stuff. So
that'd be fun. That's what I like seeing. I like seeing different paint schemes. I wish a lot of leagues would do that. Mm-hmm. Not only for holidays, but I'm talking about, like, I wish they'd have a theme every once in a while, you know.
Right.
Some type of theme race I think would be pretty neat. I don't know. It's just something a little bit different.
Getting back to the LMP2s, Paul Gibson up to a 3.2 second lead now over Colin Weatherholt.
There you go.
Actually, now it just updated to 3.6, so.
Yeah, everybody, right now, the whole LMP2 spaced out. Man, that goes to show you how good Gibson really is.
Yeah. Makes me wonder why he didn't start the season with these guys in these.
Well, the reason why, and he told me this at the beginning of the season, and what it was, he wanted to run something different than his teammates to allow his teammates so they wouldn't have to compete against each other for the championship as much. So that is why he went down to the GTD. And I don't want to call it GTD a lower class because it's not. You know what I mean? Like, all these classes are fair. I mean, it takes an equal amount of skill to win them. But that is why he did go down.
Makes sense now.
Bill Paul Lucky still running behind Matthew Gosh right now in P4. Colin Weatherholt holding P2. Either way, it's going to be a good points night for him, I do believe, with no David Shutt. We don't know what it's had to do to the points now. We will not know that actually until next week. Because they got to factor in a lot of things, because they do allow drop weeks in here. So let's factor in a little bit of stuff. But how about Terry Dahl going for his first win, Todd? That's always awesome.
Yeah, we've seen Terry Dahl and Mitch Heller fight it out all season long, and now Mitch Heller probably using that drop week this week.
Yeah.
And Terry Dahl now has a really good chance at getting that win this week.
There you go. Yeah, Terry's one of them guys. The man don't wreck his car. I will say he does not wreck his car.
No.
Like you one thing, and I hope I don't jinx by saying that. Usually I do for the Adam Chapman curse. But one thing about Terry that I will say, he is very consistent with his car. He may not be up front every race, but he'll be right around that, outside looking in, but he don't wreck the car. I like that. Like, honestly, that's what you look for.
Yeah.
And I'm a team owner, and that's what I look for as a team owner for drivers. I look for people that don't wreck. I don't care if you finish 5th or 6th. I don't care if you finish 12th. Just don't wreck.
Right.
And then, because you'll get better as the time comes. I mean, so for people that want to know about the Red Sox Race League, and the only reason why we're talking about random stuff right now, literally everybody is spaced out. Like, there ain't nobody within a second of each other right now. But one of the reasons, or about this league, this league has been around 11 years now, I think, because I took it over when it was 10 years. I took over the broadcast. I've done like 5 seasons now, maybe actually 12 years. But either way, it's been around for a long time now. The league got started by John Henry, and I'm going off memory, so I may be wrong on a little bit of this stuff. But John Henry, the co-founder of the Boston Red Sox, founded this league. He is also the co-owner of iRacing. So this league got started by John Henry, and it, over the years, it's it's had different owners, people, not owners, but different admins take it over to lead the charge of it and stuff like that. Terry Dahl, Les Turner, another one of them guys, and you're seeing Les right there on your screen now in the Batman LMP2. Both of them guys run the league now. They do a fantastic job. We got another car off the track, and that was John Kashuniak. Went off track. He did get back on track, or he's going back on track. But they took it over and have honestly done a phenomenal job. And Todd, I know as a league owner, you can understand the respect for that. I mean, these guys they work their butts off and do a good job of putting product out.
Yeah, with these extra admins taking over the league year in and year out, it takes a lot of stress off of the actual league owners, to where the league owners, if they want to race, they can actually just set their mind to racing instead of worrying about everything else that goes on in the league.
I hear you. So, yeah, I mean, these guys, they continue to do great work with it, and, that's why they've literally been around for that long, So, we're on lap 11 and 12, or 11 or 22. Who knows when we'll see pit road? Me and Todd has talked about this in the past few broadcasts. It seems like we're starting to see people pit later and later in these races, Todd, instead of waiting, till the halfway point.
Right, exactly. And then if I'm in this race right now, I'd probably try to stay out till at least maybe lap 13 or 14 to make sure... I mean, everybody's probably going to be good on fuel. You won't be taking tires. So, it's just main thing is maintaining your fuel.
There you go. That's straight talk, straight for the boss. Mark Kudrowski on pit road. And that comes on lap, right around halfway. Still trying to find our closest battle. There's literally nothing going on right now.
No.
But what we'll do is hop on board with Terry Dog and get a rider in. Why not? Hope everybody has a pretty good Memorial Day, though. I know a lot of guys are cooking out. Todd's going on a camping trip, somewhat a camping trip.
We literally
we're
say that.
We're not getting into this right now. You know what? Yeah, we are. If you go camping, you stay in a log cabin. Is that considered camping?
Yes.
No, it's not. You're just moving to a different house for the weekend.
It's not a house.
Whatever. Matthew Gosh has had an issue. The II-22 off track. He just worked his way back up too, and this happened maybe around the same spot. Let's see. Here's a replay. Just Will Watkins spins it out to the sand trap. One thing about this track, though, as you see him on pit road, if you wreck here, you're not always going to hit the wall because the wall's so far spaced out from everything.
Yeah, it looks like almost every turn has a sand trap in it.
Watching Colin Weatherholt right now. By the way, Matthew Gosh did exit pit road already. He just left pit road, so. Yeah, I think there is sand traps at every one of them. Don't know what the schedule is going to be for the GTDs yet for the summer series. You guys can follow Red Sox Racing Series to find out and keep up with it as well. But I will let you guys know next week. Once again, we will be broadcasting our full schedule Wednesday, Thursday, of course, and then Sunday we'll be back. You can watch Todd race on Wednesday night, and then his league will start here soon. You can watch him race on Tuesday as well.
Yeah, where do we go on Wednesday?
Yep. Mark Wilson on pit road. Don't really know where we're going, to be honest.
Nope.
You would think I know that, but so one of the reasons why I don't pay attention to where leagues go anymore until like 2 days before, because I want to try to give the league more attention whenever I get there. You know that I'm broadcasting, right. So I try to stay away from it a little bit more. But
and you would think that I would know just by being in the league, but
yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes I gotta rely on the league message.
Talladega, I think, actually.
Ooh.
I think that's where we go. It's either Talladega or Phoenix.
I think we already ran Phoenix, so I think we're at Talladega.
I think so, too. I'm just going by memory, so. No, I lied. Texas. And then Talladega.
Oh.
I like how you say, oh.
Man,
Texas
he had my hopes up.
I know. Nikhil Kopker on pit road. Now, this guy's done pretty good this season. He's going to finish, it looks like, around second. Paul Gibson also on pit road. But Nikhil, most likely going to finish second in the point standings behind Paul Gibson in GT3, or GTD, I'm sorry. So we'll see how that works out. But he's done pretty good this season. Trent Brown takes the lead over into 7 now, driving a Lamborghini. I'll tell you something pretty interesting, though. In the GTD cars, only one BMW here tonight. The rest are all Lamborghinis. So that's the first time we've seen a BMW in a few weeks now, I think.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching Terry Dahl, waiting for him to come down pit road.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he'll hit pit road probably this time or next. Honestly, so we'll have to wait and see. But Les Turner also on pit road. He's getting ready to exit pit road. He just pulled out of his box, so he will be back out on the track after a 13-second stop. Spent a little bit longer time on pit road, I think, than he wanted to. Paul Gibson spent a lot longer on pit road than I thought he would too. He spent 13 seconds in his box. John Kostoniak on pit road. But we continue to watch Terry here for now. Colin Weatherholt just hit pit road, the LMP2 leader at the moment. Cameron Bidwell will look to go there next. Good to see Cameron back tonight. He wasn't here last week, so good to see him back tonight.
And here comes Terry Dahl.
You see Terry coming down. And for you guys, you hear Chris or that beeping noise. That's to alert pit road. Basically, what that does is alert crews in real life that there is a car entering the pit lane. So a lot of our GTE drivers are on pit lane right now. Terry Dahl, Matthew Gosh, Chris Jimenez, Bill Paul Lucky. Actually, all of our GTE drivers, for the most part, are on pit road, waiting on Dwayne McCarthy to hit it. And he is on pit road now. So that's going to pretty much complete pit road stops besides Trent Brown and David Berry. And I say that, here comes Trent Brown. And Brown ready to exit pit road. I don't know if he'll be able to hold the pit lane. Well, it's going to be close if he holds the lead. I think Nikhil may take it away. It looks like he just did. So Nikhil Copper going to go back to the lead. Paul Gibson retakes the lead, by the way, in LMP2, and Terry Dahl does regain the lead back in GTE.
Boy, Paul Gibson was getting a little worried there when he took them guys 3 wide on the front stretch. Thought for sure somebody was going to jump out in front of him.
You know, I noticed James Prostale not here as well. I just noticed that he wasn't here. He's one of the race stuff.
Yeah, he was in here, and then I don't know if he had connection issues or...
I know I was having some weird issues going on. I don't know what was going on.
You know, iRacing updated yesterday, and I've been hearing a bunch of people saying they've had a lot of connection issues after the patch. So
maybe there's something going on with mine because, man, I'll be honest, I've never took that long to load into a race. Like, and I got a really good computer, so it's kind of strange. Yeah. Everything's kind of spaced out. Like I said, we're just kind of talking about random stuff now. I mean, literally the closest car's about 2 seconds back, so everything looks like it could lock up here, with the exception of if something happens, of course.
Right.
And for anybody wanting to know, these guys do not take tires. This is only a 30-minute sprint race. 22 laps, 30 minutes, somewhere between there. 30, 35 minutes. Do not have to take tires for it because you literally do not do any wear to the tires. Now, granted, you do... Normally, a fuel run lasts longer than 30 minutes in these cars. Of course, they run a little bit lower fuel, so they'll have to make pit stops. I think a fuel run lasts about 30 minutes in LMP2s, but normally on your, once a fuel run is complete, officially like a full fuel run, sometimes you take tires. It depends on track temp where you are. Most of the time, though, it's 2 stints before you take tires. So, no need to take tires in here. If you do, you literally lose too much time. So, it's not worth it.
Unless you have an issue and then...
Yeah.
And then you would take tires, but...
Oh, this is pretty cool. Now on the live timing screen, Todd, with that update, you can actually see who's took their fast repairs.
Yeah, I did notice that last night.
That's neat. I like that. So
When I
far,
updated it.
Weatherholt's took his fast repair. Mark Wilson's took a fast repair. Roman.
Somebody in the sand trap. Who was that? That Paul Gibson just went around.
Dwayne McCarthy.
There we go.
Sand trap. And here's the replay. Goes out into the sand trap. He did not use a fast repair yet. Hopefully, well, he will not. Hopefully, need to now. But I will say that we have lapped all the way up through the field in every class besides LMP, of course. But started to put some cars 2 laps down.
I think it's safe to say, I think Colin Weatherholt has turned the wick on. He is now down to 2 seconds behind Paul Gibson. Earlier, he was maybe 4.5, maybe 5 seconds.
Good call. I just now noticed that his lap times last time by was 2 seconds faster for Weatherholt. So maybe something brewing there. Still 5 laps to go. So we'll see how that works out. And there you see Weatherholt right there behind him. So I was looking at the ProStyle had VR issues tonight. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
James, I appreciate you, man. All the work that you did this season with the track stuff. Really awesome job that you do on that.
That is really cool.
It helps us out a ton. Because sometimes it's hard to kill, 5 or 10 minutes of pre-race. So it does. It helps a lot. He does a good job on it. So, I can't even argue with it. It does way better than I could do. Keith over here on YouTube says Paul Gibson is a beast. That is 100% accurate. Does anybody know, is PG-13, is that named after him, or is that just a team name they thought of? Maybe they keep a PG-13. I don't know. Over on my team, we're NR. We're not rated.
Yeah.
Sometimes our chat gets a little
wild.
A little wild.
Yeah. Now his lead has dwindled. Paul Gibson's now down to 1.3 seconds, so definitely Weatherholt is gaining on him.
John Kashuniak on pit road. Ain't this his second pit stop?
I believe so. Now it's down to 1 second.
So here you go back live with Paul Gibson and Colin Weatherholt. Yeah, the gap. Colin Weatherholt's definitely faster right now. And I'm wondering, Todd, you just got to cross your mind, is this Gibson, maybe easing off a little bit? Because if Weatherholt wins, it helps him, could secure that championship. Granted, Weatherholt just literally put down the fastest lap of the race. So,
I definitely think this is,
I think he's just running him down.
I don't know. I think this is actually helping a teammate out.
It could be. I mean, it really could be. Like, you can't blame him. I mean, if he is. Like, why would you,
Yep. Now it's down to 0.6 of a second.
Okay, so Paul and Chris Brom was the original founders, and they came up with the name. So that's what happened. That's where the name came from.
Okay.
It's a good team, though, I will say. PG-13's a really good team. I'm a big fan of all them guys that race in it. Like, everybody that's in it. They're all pretty solid.
Here we go. Down to 0.3. He lost a little there.
He's definitely a little bit faster, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Coming to 2 laps to go next time at the line.
Yeah, it looks like he was driving it a little harder into that corner there compared to Gibson.
Bill Palucky's right up there in front of him, but he's not going to hold these guys up. We already know that about Bill, so. Getting a little bit of a toad on the straightaway. 2 laps going to be shown on the board this time.
You know, if I'm Paul Gibson, a part of me is like, no, I want to be selfish and actually say that I won this race. But at the same time, it's like, you know, your teammate is leading the points and second didn't show up tonight. So
yeah, he can, I mean, I don't want to say he can solidify the championship, but he's got a good chance, you know, at least really helping him, you know. Oh, check this out, Todd. You'll like this. Most of these guys that's in PG-13 met racing RC cars.
That's cool.
Because Todd's wanting to get into that. He's wanting to do the drag racing stuff.
Yep.
We got a teammate that's actually with us that does that, which is pretty awesome. Up in up in Michigan. Sorry,
yep.
I knew where he was.
Yeah.
Here we go. A little bit of a lap traffic, which is Chris Mendez running second in class. Going to move over right there. These guys looking for the white flag next time by. Great race here for LMP2, and I will say Paul Gibson not making it easy by any means, is he?
No, and it seems like Weatherholt has, you know, basically gotten himself into like up to 0.2 of a second behind him and really hasn't been able to do much.
Yeah, it's like kind of stalled out a little bit. White flag going to be in the air this time. We could see a good race here. Remember that race we had a couple weeks ago? And
yep. Here we
GTD?
go. Looking to the inside of Gibson. And he will take the lead.
Maybe? Yep, he will. Oh, over the top.
Oh!
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Barely. Well, that's a dangerous move, wasn't it?
Yeah, now can Paul Gibson put a move on him to get the lead back? Here we go. Oh, he was looking.
What if he wrecked him? Oh, Gibson! Man. Ooh, how did he say that? Just say, what if he moved him? Like,
he's trying, because
he's like, whether it would be bad.
He's racing as hard as he ever has all race long.
Yeah. Weatherholt's driving away now a little bit.
Yep.
Which is going to be, if he can win this race, going to be huge for him to pick up his win. As long as no mistakes are made. Still got a few more turns here left, including the pretty tough chicane right here coming up. There you see him taking that pretty good. Gibson may have gained a little bit. You see him catching GTE leader, Terry Dahl, who is dominated his race here tonight. Terry gonna get one move right there. Here we go to the front stretch. This is gonna be both of our winners. Colin Weatherholt going to pick up the victory in LMP2. Terry Dahl picks up the victory in GTE for his first win of the season. And Nikhil Kopker with a 10-second lead over Mark Kudrowski will look to do the same here momentarily. He's still got a little ways to go before that. But congratulations to Colin Weatherholt and Terry Dahl. Todd, both of them. How about Terry getting his first win this season?
That's really cool to see. You know, we talked earlier in the broadcast how it's basically been a Mitch Heller show all season long, except for one race, I think. And it's pretty cool to see somebody else. Granted, you know, if it's not knocking Mitch Heller down at all, he just didn't show up tonight. But it's also nice seeing somebody else pick up the win.
For sure. It's always a good thing to see new drivers win, or a different driver win. Nikhil looking to put his last couple turns here together as well, and he will put this car in victory lane. Nikhil drove a lights out race tonight. Good to see Nikhil finally get one as well here. As he goes to the final corner. A couple more corners right here, but to the front straightaway, and he looks for a victory here from Imola, and it looks like, or Imola, and checker flag waves, and Nikhil wins the GTD series. There you go. We're going to do our interviews here in just a moment. PG-13 winning LMP2 and GTD here once again. All right, Todd. Be right back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and you see Weather Holt coming down pit lane, as well as Terry here will come down pit lane as well. Right there he is. So congratulations to our race winners here tonight. Picking up big victories all around as we get ready to load up the cars and head to Detroit for a very fun race next week. I'm very much looking forward to next week's race at Detroit. That's going to be a fun street course, and these things are always fun. So we'll wait just a moment here and let some cars finish, and we'll do our post-race interviews coming up here momentarily with Colin Weatherholt, who picks up the victory over in LMP2. Colin, you got a copy? Hey, Colin, you got me?
Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Not as good as you. You needed this victory tonight, let's be honest. David Shutt not here. You needed to be able to take advantage of these points a little bit, being he's not here. Talk us through tonight's race, man. That was fun there at the end.
Yeah, we thought that we should jump over here and try to help with the P2 program a little bit, make sure we were all up to speed. And it turns out that Ross and David couldn't be here, so happy to be able to maximize some points in the race. Just missed out on the pole, but really, really good race. I think Paul had some floor damage. He was complaining about. He was way loose coming out of the corners, and I just was able to get some traffic-free laps and ran I think 3 or 4 really hot laps in a row to reel him back in a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting there at the end, putting that very tight squeeze, I guess we could say, up in turns 1 and 2, but made it interesting for us to watch, man. Next week we head over to Detroit, and that's one of them races really for you guys at LMP2, which is going to be so crowded with other traffic. Who really knows what could happen? What's your thoughts on heading there in such a tight road circuit or street course, but a fun one?
Well, believe it or not, I really, really look forward to Detroit. I really like the street courses, and I think that track has some really good flow. I wasn't a big fan of track tonight, and I think Detroit will be a nice change of pace.
For sure on that one, man. Good job tonight. Congratulations. Big win. Shout outs and all that you want to give out.
Yeah, just big shout out to yourself and Terry and Les. They put in a lot of work to put on these races for us, and you do a lot of work to broadcast it. And PG-13 crew, of course. We were a little short tonight, but I think we're looking good. For
sure on that one. Hey, man, good job beating up on the boss tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we're going to talk to Nikhil or Terry. We'll have to wait till one of them moves in. We may try to... There we go. We'll talk to Nikhil first since he's in here. Nikhil, is that up in booth, man? You got a copy?
Yep.
P1, man. GTD, and this now I think is your second... I want to say second or third win this season. But it comes to man here at Imola, whatever you want to call it. Very tough road course, or very tough course in general. A lot of off tracks can happen, and anything can happen. Talks to you not, man. Dominating performance from you though.
Yeah, thanks, man. The BMW, I think, was the faster car. It was just you could hop the curbs a lot more in the Beamer than the Lambo, so that really helped me. But yeah, the track's just really tough. You got to really control your speed and not get any 1Xs running off track. So, yeah.
Real quick, because I know we go to Detroit next week, and I want to ask you, because you kind of hit what I was just going to ask you on. You're the only car driving a BMW tonight. What's your thoughts next week? Driving a BMW once again there, or are you switching to Lamborghini, or are you even going to say anything about it?
No, I honestly don't know. I think the Lambo's better there just because it's so narrow and technical. So I'll probably drive the Lambo there. So, yeah.
For sure, dude. You needed this victory. This is a good morale boost for you. Finally getting a victory lane and get always some good competition. But congratulations, man. Big win. Shout outs and all that you want to give out?
Thank you. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, just for PG-13 and Paul jumping to P2 helped me win. But yeah, I think they had a good race between Paul and Colin and P2. So nice job there. And I think Matt even had a good race in GT. So yeah.
Hey, take the win. Take the win any way you can get it, dude. You deserve it. You've been second enough this year, so good job tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Adam.
Next up, we will talk to the boss himself, Terry. Set him up in the booth, man. You got a copy? Hey, Terry, you got me?
Hey, Adam, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear. There he is, the man with the podium here tonight, finishing P1 in the 53 Hamburg Brewing Company Ferrari. Man, congratulations. Big win tonight. You needed that one, I'm sure. Oh, you got me? We'll get him in just a second. Let him, we'll definitely get him. Just give it just a moment. Terry finishing P1 tonight. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Talk us through your night, man. Big win here tonight. 10 seconds ahead. You needed this one. This is a pretty good morale boost. Finally able to pull one out and get the win tonight. Oh. I think we're having some technical problems with Terry's microphone. Hopefully get it fixed. We'll give it just a second before we get out of here. Hopefully get him in here because I definitely want to talk to him, so we will see. But Terry does get a big win here in the GTE class tonight. All right, you got me now? Oh, let's see. He's up there working on his microphone. We'll give it just a few more minutes. I don't want to, mess him up and stuff while he's fixing out. I do want to talk to him for sure, so we'll give that to him. He came in here second in the point standings tonight. No Mitch Heller, which Mitch could miss a race. It ain't going to hurt him by any means, but still, it's a good time for Terry to show what he can do and get in victory lane. We'll see if we can grab him right here in just a second again and see if we can talk to him. Terry led every single lap, I do believe, by the way. Everyone but like one, I think, when pit stops really started. All right, so wait just a second. I had to send him a message to make sure he was good on his end. And we'll try to get him in here in just a second, and then we will talk to him, hopefully. But we will be live next week, guys, for Detroit. We'll talk to Todd here in just a minute as well and see what his thoughts are. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can, let me see if we can talk to him real quick. Go back into there. Hey, you got me? Can you hear me good now? Talk us through your race, man. Good finish overall.
Sorry, man. This really stinks. Sorry about that.
You're good. No problem at all. Picking up the win. Can you hear me good? All right, so we're not going to be able to get him, but that's okay. We'll go here and talk to Todd. Unfortunately, we did not get to talk to Terry because he's having some headset issues. But Todd, big wins overall tonight, man. Pretty good race.
Yeah, it was a little interesting there towards the middle of the race where we seen Paul Gibson get out to about maybe a 5 to 7 second lead, and then at the end here with like 3 to go, we seen Weatherholt just turn the wick on and ultimately did pass him very clean, and then going to seeing who was it, Terry Dahl, finally get his first win of the season, in dominating fashion. I think it was a really good race, and we've seen multiple of those kinds of races all season long.
Yeah. When I interviewed Colin Weatherholt, he said the reason why Paul Gibson was wanting to run the LMP2 to make sure that them guys over in the PG-13 camp was getting the max speed they could out of their cars, and Colin Weatherholt definitely showed that. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Terry Dahl as well, and of course to Nikhil picking up the wins. Thoughts overall on the race, it's pretty solid. Kind of what we expected, I think. For as less cars as what we had, it wasn't bad. But yeah, that'll do it for us though tonight, guys. Hope y'all have a great Memorial Day. Todd, you got anything else you want to say, man?
No, other than just hopefully everybody has a great Memorial Day and stay safe over the weekend.
For sure on that one, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Y'all take care as always. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday night. Maybe Tuesday. We'll see. But y'all have a great weekend. And God bless. Take care. Or take care. God bless. There we go.